welcome back to Adventure Day 2 as we celebrate Christmas around the world with this virtual advent calendar, and we'll find out where we're going today in a moment or two. Don't forget, we have the question of the day after the video, and to finish off we have the Dart, the daily advent reflection for today. Also, don't forget the Christingle on the 13th, and on the 24th the crib service at 5 p.m, all live streamed on All Saints YouTube channel. That's a lot of stuff. Before we head off to the video, here is today's joke of the day. What is Santa's favourite kind of pizza? Don't know? One that's deep pan, crisp and even. Deep pan, crisp and even. Yeah. Anyway, let's find out where we're going to today.
Where in the world are we going today?
Today we are adventuring in Poland.
My name is Pat Seeley, but if I were to speak to you in the language of the country I have chosen, it would be Mrs. Karol Omiotek. The country is Poland, lying between Germany and Russia in Eastern Europe. The Polish language isn't easy to speak or to learn, full of C's and Z's, as you can see from the map, but my talk is to be in English. My reason for choosing Poland for this adventure window is that is where my husband, Charles, Karol, was born. In the wintertime it can be very cold indeed, but in the summer the countryside is very beautiful. I'm very pleased to be able to take part in our adventure as it brings back happy memories of Christmases past. I hope you find it interesting and rather different from what we're used to in this country. The traditional Vigilia takes place on Christmas Eve and is a vigil or keeping watch, a time for family reconciliations. It is also said to be a magical time when animals talk and people have the power to predict the future. The celebrations take the form of a meal made up of 12 courses. A course could be a very small portion or helping. The number represents the 12 apostles, and for Polish people it is a religious feast to be shared with family and friends. Traditionally, there would be a spare place at the table for an unexpected guest. Sometimes straw would be spread underneath the tablecloth, reminding us of the stable in Bethlehem. The meal begins as the first star appears, and everyone gathers round the table, decorated with candles, fruit, and maybe flowers. The main course is usually carp, a freshwater fish. No meat dishes are served. We would begin with herrings and a small glass of vodka, a welcome to the feast. There would certainly be borscht, a brightly coloured beetroot soup. Little dumplings could be added to the soup, or they might be served as a course on their own, pierogi. They could be filled with cabbage, very popular in Poland, mushrooms or cheeses, something savoury. Following these savoury courses, we would enjoy cheesecake or perhaps poppy seed cake. Finally, Polish gingerbread biscuits, shaped as hearts, stars, or Christmas trees, reminding us of the meaning of our feast. A compote or fruit cordial is a popular drink for Polish people, and a special Vigilia one could be drunk. After the meal, children would often open their presents and give gifts to the adults. But at 8 Norfolk Avenue, we waited for Christmas Day to find stockings and open parcels in the English tradition. A number of All Saints' friends have been part of our suppers over the years and enjoyed celebrating the Vigilia, bringing along a course to share. For Charles, it was a very special way of being back in his homeland for one very memorable evening. I'm delighted to have this window to share as part of our adventure, and can I wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
Well, thank you so much for that video. I enjoyed that and I hope you enjoyed it too. So now it's time for question of the day.
The question of the day.
So today's question is short and sweet. Where in the world would you like to visit for Christmas? Ponder that one. Where in the world would you like to go? And while you're pondering that, if you've got another 2 minutes, we're heading off for the Dart, the daily Advent reflection for today. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now. Bye.
Unexpected, yes, but not unpredicted. Although the birth of Jesus had been unexpected, no one could say that it was unpredicted. About 700 years before Jesus was born, the prophet Isaiah predicted that a virgin would conceive and give birth to a son who would be called Emmanuel, God with us. He will be Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. And he will bring light into a dark world. Another prophet, Micah, predicted that a ruler over Israel would be born in Bethlehem. Now, I wonder if you've ever looked forward to something in great excitement, only to find out when it arrived that it wasn't anything like what you'd expected. Before Jesus was born, people living captive under Roman rule had really been waiting and wanting someone to save them from the cruelty and the oppression of the rulers. And they were so desperate for a Messiah to come and save them, to restore their good fortune. Sadly, though, many people had given up waiting, so they didn't want to be disturbed. But many others were excited about the idea of a Messiah, and they looked for signs for his coming because they knew it had been foretold. And many were expecting a king or a military ruler or a powerful, wealthy person. And when he arrived as a tiny baby in a stable, not with great fanfare or in a royal palace, they were caught unawares. To be honest, Jesus was both long expected and unexpected. The birth of the Messiah was certainly nothing like what they'd anticipated. But it was amazingly true to what the prophets had foretold. It has been a funny old year, hasn't it? Very different from what we expected. But remember, God doesn't always work in ways we expect, but he's always true to his promises, and he never disappoints.